There's also a difference between, that one's spicy, um, disliking Christmas and disliking Christmas music.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? For Postal Club, I'm Owen Burris, and you're watching Warm Ones. It's a show with warm questions and even warmer wings. Today I'm joined by West Seattle High School's band director, Mr. Thomas. He's been teaching music for over 16 years, the last 10 of which have been at West Seattle High School. He's a Bachelor of Music in Saxophone Performance and Composition from Cornish University of the Arts, and a Master's in Teaching from Seattle Pacific University. Mr. Thomas, welcome to the show.
It's a pleasure to be here, I think.
All right, our first one is a new one. It wasn't on here last time. Supernova hot sauce. Looks like that. Cheers. From band trips to concerts and even regular practice sessions, band has a lot of interesting moments. Can you recall one of your most interesting moments when you were teaching?
That's a good question, Owen. So there are certainly lots of memorable moments. Probably one of the most memorable that I could share on television is probably the time that we got back from the jazz trip late at night. In fact, you might have been on this one.
Was I?
And Henry Parker and Co. Casaba brought back a couple of goldfish. Maybe that was before your time.
No, I've heard of that. I've heard that was a year. Yeah,
those goldfish lived in our band room for for 4 years before they finally.
They're very famous fish. All right, the next one we have here, Los Calientes, official Hot Ones hot sauce. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go. So throughout your time teaching music, there's no doubt you've inspired countless students. Moreover, the strong social fiber of the band you've cultivated has provided an environment for students to be accepted as who they are. When did you decide to become a band teacher, and did you ever think you would have impacted as many students as you have?
And I don't know that I've even fully decided to become a band teacher yet. I'm still working, I think, in that direction. But I don't know how many students I've impacted. I like to think I have, but keep working on it.
The Bomb Beyond Insanity hot sauce. This is the one that got me last time. This one's bad. You ready? No response. Okay. Cheers. Many people in the school believe you hate the holiday of Christmas. How did growing up on a Christmas tree farm affect how you view the holiday?
Well, I'm glad you brought this up, Owen, because there's a lot of misinformation going on around with me in Christmas. So first off, I did not grow up on a Christmas tree.
Sure?
Contrary to popular belief, there is a Christmas tree farm in my family. I did not grow up on a Christmas tree farm. There's also a difference between, that one's spicy, disliking Christmas and disliking Christmas music. See, I don't care much for Christmas music, especially songs about reindeer or jolly old St. Nicholas. But the holiday of Christmas, I do enjoy very much.
Okay, I'm glad we can clear that.
That one is a little spicy.
This next one is called Karma Burn After Eating Hot Sauce. Shall we?
I don't want to, but I will.
All right. All right. This next segment on Warm Ones is called Explain That Grin, where we take a deep dive on our guest's Instagram and get them to explain different pictures that might need more context. Since you don't have an Instagram, we have asked around to find some of your best pictures. What can you tell about this beautiful picture right here?
Where'd you get that photo? Well, that was years ago. That was part of a play, so I was playing a part. I wasn't actually chasing anybody with a gun. That was a musical Bonnie and Clyde.
Oh.
So I was a policeman in that one, as you can tell from the hat and glasses.
Okay. This is quite famous. I like to point out your 4 fingers.
Well, I forgot to put that fifth finger on that morning.
Oh, let's see. But you got it today.
Yeah, I did. I got them all.
Okay.
Co was dressing up as me. I can only see 4 fingers of his too.
No, I can see 5. No, that's 5. Oh, yes. This one.
Well, it was my rock and roll days. Before I cut my hair, and before I wear a lot of cover up my tattoos. So that was when I played in a band called Guns N' Roses.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Heard a few songs.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. What can you tell us about this picture?
Where'd you get that picture? Who's that guy? Look at me. I had long hair.
It's you.
Yeah, that was All City Band, 1990. I won't say anymore. That was a few years ago. And in fact,
Way
the person
back.
standing right in front of me is a former band director here.
Oh, really?
at High School.
Very cool. We have it's a new one. Hellfire, Fiery Fool, Hot Sauce.
It's a new one.
It's a new one. It was not on the last one. Cheers. So one of the most notable aspects of the band room is the numerous vinyl records by great musicians. Is there any musician that you model your playing after? Who has been your biggest musical inspiration?
Yeah, that's a hard question. I've been inspired by so many different musicians, from Ray Charles to Yanni, Village People. It's hard to pick out a few that are the biggest influences for me. But certainly, as a young saxophone player, one of my biggest influences was a saxophone player by the name of Dwayne Shorter, who played with Miles Davis back in the day, still playing today. And I love how he innovated his style and kept pushing the boundaries out further and further throughout his career, still active.
Right. All right, Mr. Thomas. We've made it to the last dab. Now, it's tradition around here to put a little extra on the last.
On yours?
On yours, too.
Is there enough amount I'm supposed to put on here?
It's a dab, just as much as you want.
Okay. Too much.
Cheers.
That's a lot.
So, from playing in all-city bands to studying at Cornish, it seems like you have the perfect resume for being a band teacher. But if you weren't a band teacher, what would you see yourself doing right now?
Oh, that's a good question. I wonder that all the time. When I was in high school, I took a college career aptitude test. One of those tests you take that you fill out all the bubbles and it tells you what jobs you'd be well suited for. And the job that came up, the top one for myself was being a poultry farmer.
Oh.
But I don't like chickens that much, so I don't think that would be well suited. But I do like working with my hands. So as Mr. Savino knows, Mr. Savino, you should be on the show next. I have an amateur woodworker, so I have a little shop in my garage. So maybe that would be my.
I never thought about that. Poultry farmer, carpenter, band teacher.
It's a natural
Mr.
leap
Thomas,
from poultry farmer to woodworker.
Here we are at the end of the line, Mr. Thomas. What a run it's been. Now there's nothing left for us to do but roll out the red carpet. We have this camera, that camera, and this shot. Choose whichever one you want and take a few moments to shout out your social media or anything noteworthy happening in your life right now.
Oh, wow. Well, I don't have any social media. I don't have much of a life either. So, we do. We have the Big Band Dinner Dance coming up May 13th. So,
It's due.
yeah, return
I
of the Big
expect to
Band
see
Dinner.
many people there.
Yes, it should be fun.
And since it's Teacher Appreciation Week right now, we have a little something for you, Mr. Thomas. I'll present you the very own mug.
Well, thank you.
You're
It's been an
welcome.
honor.
You're welcome. Yes, it has.